hope you're having a great day. It's good to see so many of you joining in. Uday Sharma, good to see you. Esmira, Namrita, good to see you. Nice. Today what I'm talking about is muscle. Hi Sonali, I hope you're doing well. What I'm talking about today is the importance of muscle. First, let's move into the human brain and reintroduce the word, my favorite word, perception. What is our perception of muscle? What's the first thing that we think about when Luke is saying we need to start challenging muscle and building muscle? Most of us will think about protein shakes, bodybuilders, gyms, sweaty bodies, myths around protein and kidney failure, myths around heart attacks and gyms. We're going to think about that because that's what mainstream social media news constantly keeps putting into our heads. Our society talk about protein and muscles and all of that stuff. But we're not even talking about all of that. The muscle I'm talking about today, you don't even need to go to the gym. You don't have to overdo it on protein shakes. In fact, if you're eating a really good diet, you don't even need protein shakes. But why? Why are we talking about muscle? So for the longest time, people have thought that muscle is for bodybuilders, muscle is for athletes, muscle is for actors, actresses, and models. It's not true. You and I, out of millions and millions of people in the world, we have body fat, we have a musculoskeletal system, and we have muscle. Have we ever thought about it? Is there a function for muscle? But our perception blinds us. We think it's only for people who are fit. Your muscle is a part of your body in such a large way. Some people refer to the muscle as an organ playing vital roles. And today I'm going to make you understand that. Because what we're going to take away from this is how we're going to all start learning to build muscle. That's going to be our goal for the next week and the weeks after that. And it's easy. Number one, why do we need muscle? What's the function of muscle? You need muscle for posture. Why do you need posture? For the health of your spine, for your self-confidence, for your self-esteem. So we need muscle for posture. We need muscle for movement. But you say, but Luke, my legs, my arms, they move. Yeah, but what moves them? Muscle and joints together. You can have joints, but if you don't have muscle, you can't move. Then I need muscle for joint stability and stability in the human body. If I don't have stability, I'm going to keep on falling everywhere. Most of the falls that elderly people have is not because of old age. It's because of lack of stability, because they have less muscle. The more muscle you have, the more stability you have. Now, when I say more muscle, get the bodybuilder out of your mind. I mean, if that's your goal, that's a good goal too. I'm not talking about that muscle. I'm talking about lean muscle. I'm talking about muscle mass. They don't have to be big muscles. You got to have muscle, and that muscle has to tone, muscle tone. So I need it for posture, I need it for joint stability, I need it for movement, and I need it for heat production. You know that you have a body temperature within you, right? Whenever you're sick, why does your doctor check your temperature? Because if your temperature is too less or too much, it can create severe problems in your body and in your brain. So have you ever figured out what maintains body temperature? Fat and even muscle. What about my blood glucose levels? The more muscle I have, the more mitochondria I have. The more muscle I have, the more glucose I can hold. So a diabetic with more muscle has a higher chance of reversing diabetes compared to a diabetic who has more body fat and less muscle. But if the diabetic with more body fat starts to build muscle, guess what? Their overall body weight starts to fall, they start to burn fat faster, and their blood sugar levels come right down. Because I don't have to just store blood glucose excess in my cells or in my liver, or when my liver's full, it gets converted to triglycerides and stored as body fat. The more muscle I have, the more I can store glucose. That's so important for metabolic health. I need muscle for my bones. People still think that when it comes to osteoporosis prevention, it's calcium and it's vitamin D3. You're highly wrong. Calcium, vitamin D3, magnesium, vitamin K2, that's part of your bone matrix. You can take all the supplements in the world, but the more muscle you have, the stronger bone you have, the more protection for your bones. In fact, people with lower levels of muscle have higher chances of osteoporosis. And people with more muscle have lesser chances of osteoporosis. So it protects your bones. We need muscle for everything. Your heart is a muscle. Your heart's a muscle. How do you exercise that muscle? Through exercise, through the right foods, through foods that boost nitric oxide, that creates dilation in your blood vessels, by building more capillaries in our heart through the exercise that we do. So tomorrow if I have a blockage, I can have a 99% blockage in one of my arteries. But if my heart has capillaries all around, I'm not going to die. I'm not going to drop dead. Because my blood can still flow through the extra capillaries that are built over time because of my exercise. This is the importance of muscle. Muscle is longevity. The more muscle you have, the longer you are going to be able to live. Now, this is based on so many different things, because a lot of people, they fall, they get fractures, they're bedridden, never recover, they die. With more muscle, you can move more. When you move more, that's longevity. With more muscle, your diet starts to change because you start eating according to your muscle, your protein and your macros. So you consume more nutritious food, which again is tied in with longevity. When you have more muscle, you sleep better at night because muscle grows while you sleep. The body puts you into more rest to nurture and grow muscle. So it actually helps you with your sleep, which is why you've had a great workout. Notice on those days you sleep really, really deeply. You're sedentary, you struggle with sleep. And when you have more muscle, it also helps your emotional wellness. How? Confidence. Have you ever seen a woman or a man or any gender who's well built with the right amount of muscle? Look at their self-esteem. Look at their self-confidence. Muscle helps with self-confidence, which helps with emotional health. Because a lot of people suffering from emotional issues, it stems from low self-esteem. That's why they constantly want validation. They constantly need approval from other people. But when you have your self-confidence, that's a sexy thing. Not just for the outside, but for the inside of your body. And that is why you can build muscle at any age. You could be in a wheelchair. Right now I have an 84-year-old lady in a wheelchair. She's building muscle. She can never walk again. But she's training her upper body. Using light dumbbells, using resistance bands. Now let's get straight into how to build muscle. You don't even have to go to the gym. If you love going to the gym, please go to the gym. But don't let that be the excuse for you not building muscle. When it comes to building muscle, muscle has to be challenged. It needs to be challenged to grow. If you don't use it, you lose it. Like the brain, you don't use your brain, you lose it. How do I build muscle? I can use my body weight. So I can do yoga with extensions of holds, where I'm like trembling so much in one, that trembling, that shaking in that one asana. What is it? It's your core. Your muscle is trying to stabilize you. That's great. I can do push-ups. I can do pull-ups. I can hang from a bar. I can do squats. I can do lunges. I can do calisthenics. All of these exercises don't require me to even lift a dumbbell. That's one choice, body weight. Or I can do free weight. I can use dumbbells. I can use barbells. It's up to me. It's up to you. Depending on your body type and what you like, there are many options. Number 3, I can use machines. I can use weighted machines if I feel a little bit safer. I can sit down. I can use a gym machine to build muscle. That's fine. Number 4, I can use straps. Straps that you hook up, TRX bands, you hook it up. Like what you see behind me, that's a pull-up bar and that's a strap where I put another strap and I can do a ton of exercises to build muscle if that interests you. And the 5th is using resistance bands. Bands that you can carry even when you travel. They just fit into your bag. You can do leg workouts, you can do arm workouts, you can do shoulder workouts with the lightest band. And as you get stronger, you can increase the resistance. So even my patients who are bedridden still challenge muscle. Even lying down, you can use resistance bands. Lying down, you can use light dumbbells to do push movements, up, overhead, depending on your condition. Always keep your professional in the loop. Now, the fun part of it is, if you are trying to lose weight, the easiest way, and mostly the only way, is by building muscle. It's not through dieting alone. Your diet is important to support muscle. The more muscle you carry, your metabolic rate increases. What is this? Your muscle requires a lot of energy to hold in place. So for example, if I'm going to show off my bicep right now, what's holding the bicep in place? Energy. So my body's burning calories even while I sit or even while I sleep to hold muscle in place. You don't need big muscle. You've got to challenge muscle. Your muscle gets stronger as you challenge it more and more. So let's say today I'm lifting a 2-pound dumbbell. Okay? And after a week, it becomes really easy. So now I move to a 3-pound dumbbell. Okay, and I can play around with my reps, or I can play around with my weight. It's the same thing with push-ups. I can do 15 push-ups easily. It's become too easy now. Let's do 20. I'm challenging muscle. Let's do 21. I'm challenging muscle. The same thing with squats. If you have knee problems, there are a ton of other exercises that you can do. But the point is, build muscle, challenge muscle. There are a ton of videos on YouTube. Put beginner muscle training, beginner body weight. Start slowly. Start with 1 exercise. Move to 2, move to 3. As you start to build muscle, increase your protein, because your protein repairs muscle growth. It maintains your muscle as well, and it grows your muscle. Simple, small wins. You can do it when you're 70, whether you're 80, whether you're 20, whether you're 15, whether you're 25, 30, 40. Your muscle helps you with your reproductive health. Your muscle helps you with your metabolic fire. Your muscle even helps you with your digestion. This is the beauty of muscle. That's why we have it. But we never think, I have it, why am I losing it? Why am I allowing myself to lose muscle? Muscle is what keeps your skin tight, keeps your body toned. Today people are opting for shortcuts. They want Ozempic, they want Mounjaro, they want liposuction, they want body sculpting and all of that. They don't understand if they just do a little bit of muscle training, it does all of this for you. If you're diabetic and you start to weight train, I can guarantee you your blood sugar levels are going to be way, way better. This is it. We have it within us. We should use what is within us. But the world is spoiling you for shortcuts. They're spoiling you for shortcuts. Hey, you don't need to work out. You'll see ads, lose weight without working out. Lose weight without dieting. By now, you should know that there are no shortcuts. If there were shortcuts, everyone would be using them and everyone would be thriving. But the most Googled word is still fat loss, belly fat, reversal of diabetes, cancer in remission. Why? Because none of the shortcuts work. So whoever you are out there today, I want to inspire you with the thought of beginning your journey to start training muscle. Okay? No ego lifting required. You go to a gym, start small. You don't care about what other people are doing. You see a lot of people lifting heavy. That's them. They've reached that level through practice and dedication. You can just start off with your body weight. You can just start off with light dumbbells. Just put a pull-up bar at home and even just start hanging. When you hang, you challenge muscle. I can guarantee you most people who have never hung on a bar wouldn't be able to do it for more than 5 seconds. And that's okay. Now tomorrow you'll be able to do it for 10 seconds. 2 weeks later 30 seconds. How can you do it now? You're becoming stronger. What's helping you support? Muscle. This is the beauty of muscle. Most people have to increase their muscle mass or prevent the loss of muscle mass as they age. Get perception in your mind. Stop thinking that as I age, I lose muscle. Of course you do, but you don't have to let it happen. If you're training regularly, if you're challenging muscle, it's great for you. You love your walks. Now your walks have become easy. Put ankle weights on. Put wrist weights on. So you've added a little bit of resistance. What's getting challenged? Muscle. That's how it is. So all the people who are just doing cardio and nothing else, it's honestly useless. It's great for your cardiovascular health, but you're not building muscle. Anaerobic is building muscle. Aerobic is VO2 max, your heart and lung capacity, your cardiovascular exercise. So whoever you are, wherever you are today, start building muscle. Every single day. Take rest. As you start to work out more intensely, then you need breaks in between. But if you're starting off very light, you can do, maybe today you do upper body, tomorrow you do lower body. Maybe today you just do your arms, tomorrow you do your back, day after you do your core. But the point is, before you get into bed at night, reflect. Have I challenged muscle today? Ask yourself that. And then with consistency every day, you're going to find yourself getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And when you're stronger in the body, you're stronger in the mind. Likewise, when you're stronger in the mind, you're stronger in the body. Most people right now would be limited by their mind. Oh, I can't lift a weight. I can't do a push-up. Says who? How much have you tried? Maybe you tried the first time and you failed. Did you try again? Maybe your muscles were too weak to support it. But as you strengthen a weaker muscle, it gets stronger. And now you can do it more and more. That's what we're going to be working on for the next couple of months until it becomes a lifestyle, until it becomes that I can't get through a day without challenging some amount of muscle because it feels so good. so good. And it doesn't matter. You may be really, really plump. You may be obese, carrying a lot of weight. That's okay. Still challenge muscle, because that is going to be your secret to getting slimmer or losing or starting to burn fat. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep. And remember, you care is all about you.